Morning, how y'all doing? Um, Again, hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Hopefully everyone had a great week. I definitely had a better week than I did the week before. And so I just want to thank God for that because we can go into holes, we can go into ruts, we can go into um, depressive states because of how our week starts or how the previous week was. And so I'm thankful that the week improved. I'm thankful that my situation improve, my feelings because they're up and down. I understand that even at my age, right, it's you still have those moments where you're just tired, you're overwhelmed, you're exhausted. And so recovering and recharging is very important. Maybe it's that I haven't been to the movies in a few weeks, so that's normally my favorite pastime. So I might need to get back to that. Um, but this week was great. This week was better. This week rejuvenated me. Um, I actually just had a conversation uh, with my father, and that kind of pushed me, that kind of motivated me this morning. So I'm looking forward to just continuing to grow this and continuing to speak more about the light and not darkness. Speak more about growth and development and not being stagnant. Um, I think that's key. You won't. Sometimes I slip up and say positive, negative, and stuff like that. And I'm trying to change like how I speak. Um, that is more about growth and not certain words because our words have power. And it's nothing against that. I just don't believe in those words like I used to. I believe they don't. I don't believe they have the meaning that uh, we want them to because those words that are some recent occurrences that we've used. I'd rather, say light and darkness. I'd rather say growth, development, than, positive or negative, which is like something we just use, but it's really, it refers to a battery. It refers to, so it's just cliche to say, oh, you have positive energy and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I choose different words. And that's just me. That's no one else. Um, but I think it's important to have a meaning behind what you say and kind of explain it so people can understand why you do what you do or whatever reasoning you have behind it. So it can be more impactful to them. And so I'm trying to use better words. I'm trying to use more influential words, more impactful words instead of the casual words that we use from day to day. Just trying to expand, I guess, vocabulary also. Um, just put more out there. Yeah, yeah. That's the goal. That we can do so much more. And it starts with our words, it starts with our thoughts. It starts with how we attack the day, it starts with how we attack the work. It just it's like I say, it's been a thoughtful week. I've had a lot of time to reflect. Like I said last week, I wanted to because I was a little drained and didn't really understand why. And it comes down to pouring into empty glasses. I've said it since I've started this, and I continue to deal with the same thing. But we're human. We want to help people. We want to be a blessing. We want to, push. But at the same time, you got to realize uh, how much is affecting you and your mental and your body, and how much is draining you when you want something for others than more than they want for themselves. And like you continue to just pour and pour and pour and pour. The bigger issue is not really yourself, right? What happens when someone comes along that really needs you and you don't have the power to do so? You don't have it in you to help them, or you've kind of pushed yourself over the limit and you need to recharge, and that person really needs you in that moment. And it's tough, right? Making a decision to walk away or to take a step back. But you got to understand you're making that decision for everyone, not just yourself. You're not being selfish for yourself and that you're being selfish for others. Because if you can't give all of you, a part of you, to an individual that needs it, or needs you, and it defeats the purpose. And that's kind of what I want to, part of what I want to talk about today. I always talk about being weary. I always talk about not giving up. I always talk about strengthening yourself. But I think a lot of times, like I said, our stress comes from thinking like our time, our opportunities pass us by. And it could be because you're doing all these other things, but like I just want to spend a little time talking about your spot is still available. And the reason that kind of hit me, especially last week, right? I was listening to a church sermon online, and the pastor preacher was talking about that, was discussing how we, as human beings, right? We think we missed our opportunity. We think we missed the boat. The truth really is that you were created for an intended purpose, and so your spot is still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere. You might miss it for that moment, but it'll come back around. Now, granted, that can take years, that can take days, that can take months, decades. You do not know, right? That's the one thing what happens when you miss the bus, you miss the boat, you miss your opportunity, is you don't know when it's going to come back. But I can say this: it will come back. I'm a living testament to that. I'm sitting here right now where I am, working where I am, because of my blessings, because of my talents, because of my gifts. Um, but also, I never gave up. I made some decisions when I was younger that could have really, that did affect me moving forward. Like I should have been in the position or the role or the career I'm in right now years ago. But I made decisions when I was younger, to chase money, to chase other opportunities, that really kind of set me back. But you always hear people saying, like, you only get one opportunity at this. Like, that's true. You only get one opportunity at life. You don't get one opportunity at opportunities. Those come and go. It's the ones that you seize, the ones that you grab um, hold of, that potentially can catapult your life. But it's based on your gift. I don't want to lose sight of that. It's based on your gift. It's based on your creativity. It's based on your ability. Um, you're gonna make room again. You're gonna make an opportunity again. It's gonna come back around. You just gotta be ready. You gotta be prepared. You have to be equipped to be able to make it last or make it stick. Because it makes no sense to have an opportunity, to seize the opportunity, and then not be prepared for it, or not be able to create anything from it. Like, the opportunity comes, what are you going to do with it? If you're not ready for it, and why use it? Maybe you need a little more preparation. Maybe you need a couple more years of being molded to what you're supposed to become. We never ask ourselves that. We just complain or get upset that we missed the opportunity. Maybe you missed your opportunity because you wasn't ready. And if you'd have got that opportunity, you'd have messed it up and you wouldn't be where you're supposed to be anyway. Like, failure is not a problem. Quitting is. Not trying is. Failure is not a problem because you learn from failure. At least you try. And now I can, go back to the drawing board and see, how can I improve? How can I grow from this? How can I develop? How is this failure going to impact me? How can I use this to grow? How can I use this to multiply my other opportunities? To really get it right. And I don't want anybody to ever think that it's over, because that creates so much anxiety. That stirs up so much in you. You don't even know it, because you get to the point where you feel like it's meaningless, and it's not. You never want to lose hope. You never want to lose hope in what you're trying to do. Because if you lose hope, then it's hard for your body, it's hard for your mind to keep pushing, especially if you don't see an outcome. And I know people tell you don't be outcome driven. We're human beings. But you can rewire and recalibrate your system. We're still human beings. We still enjoy that game winning shot. Yes, there's the process of shooting in the gym, uh, taking practice shots, shoot around. I get it, I understand. But listen, that aura you get, that feeling you get when you make the shot, because it tells you that your hard work is not in vain. Now, when you miss it, like it forces you to go back and say, what, it should tell you I need to work on something. But it'll have you distraught. Like, you'll be ready to give up if you never have the outcome that you're working for. So I'm not saying being outcome driven, right? Some say they're process driven. Like I get all that, right? I love the work, no matter what. I've fallen in love with the work. It's tough, right? But I love it because I know there's something. I'm being molded. I'm being pruned. I'm being grown, right? To not only do this in this moment, right? But this is lifetime growth. I better store up for later on. And so that kind of triggered me this week, that because it's so easy, right, for us to think about missing the boat, for us to think someone got the promotion, or someone is dating the person I want to be with, like whatever's in your head, right, where you feel like you messed up, or you feel like you missed an opportunity. Um, I just challenge you to keep working, because maybe it wasn't your time. Maybe that individual or that opportunity is not, you're not ready for it right now, and that's okay. Like that's like it's listen. If we made every shot that we took, like would would that make life more enjoyable? I don't think so. Like our failures, my failures, makes me work harder. It pushes me. Um, but it's a part of my growth. It's a part of my chapter. It's a part of my story. My failures are what lead me to my success. I believe that. It makes me respond. Like how can I improve this? How can I fix this? How can I do this differently to have a different outcome? But truly, without failure, like you don't know how important, or you don't know the true meaning of feeling of success. If you've always won, like you don't know the heartbreak of failure. So it doesn't, like it when you finally succeed, when you finally pass that test, when you finally um, buy that car or whatever, right? You save the money for it. You finally get the degree. You finally make the shot. Um, you finally fix something that like it's an aura, it's a euphoria that you can't put a price on. It's a joy, a happiness. It is a feeling that you can never get past, and you want it more and more and more, right? And so then it pushes you, it drives you to keep going. That's that, right? And so I don't want anybody to think that, like, 'cause I've had those moments in my life where, oh well, it happened, and now, on to the next. Nah, if you really love it, like, if you really want to pursue it, it's still gonna be there. Might be older, might not, look the same, but the feeling will still be the same because it's a goal. Because it's like your position isn't going anywhere. Because it's not really the position. It's yours. It belongs to you. It has your name on it. You just don't know it yet. You were created for this walk that you have. And while some things might, change a little bit, like it's the path that you're walking was the path that you created to walk. And it just, you have bumps and bruises and you have decisions to make that kind of lead you in different directions, but like your spot is still there and it's waiting for you. You have to make the right decision to do the right things that lead you down the right path. Outside of that, like, have you ever thought that maybe that's not what's for you? Like, I know there's a lot of things I really, really, really wanted, but I didn't need. And I worked for it, right? And then I get it, right? And it's not working. I think Barack Obama said that. You work your whole life to sit at the table, right? Then you sit at the table and you realize these people are no different than me. And you really don't want to sit at the table anymore. Like that's the reality. Working your whole life for an outcome that really isn't that all that is worked out to be or worked up to be. It's not even that important. You sit at that table and you think you're sitting with a bunch of geniuses and you're the smartest one. That's a different little feeling. Because you really when you look at it from outside looking in, you never really know what's going on. Your position there isn't going anywhere. But sometimes it's there for a reality check that you want to be in the in crowd, right? You want to be popular, you want to be known. When in actuality, like your gift is there to help others. It's not about popularity or notoriety. It's really truly about the gift, about the impact that you're gonna make. And we're told to work and work and work, and then you finally get your break, and then you realize the whole time you never really needed it. It's not all that's worked up to be. It's nothing special. Like it's a blessing, right, to be where you are. But then you realize you've always had it. You've had it your entire life. But we seek validation. We seek love, appreciation. And truthfully, you have that all here. You get all that from up there, from your creator, from your father. You don't need validation from man. The spot is waiting on you. Your position is not it's going nowhere. But the position really isn't the job. It really isn't the company. It really isn't the promotion. Your spot is you and your place in this world. However you fit, however you go, wherever you go, like you're the spot and you make the position. But again, like I've said this multiple times, we're taught and conditioned to work for people, to give them all your ideas so you can climb the ladder of success, only to still be under those people that you're feeding the ideas to. They take the credit for your work. You have to realize that you're the work. You are the credit. Your gift is so powerful, but you cage it in for a salary. And then 10, 12 years later, you start your own business and you realize then, right, essentially I've been bothering myself. I've been capping myself for so long, chasing something that's not even for me. Again, your spot is it's not a job. It's a place on this earth, and it's not going anywhere. Like you were created with an intended purpose. You're here to solve a problem. You specifically are here to solve an issue on this earth, and so we're waiting. It's not as much as getting on a job and getting working to get to a position. That's man-made. You wouldn't create it that way. You wouldn't. It wasn't intended for that. Your growth and development is based on your decisions and actions, not anyone else's. Like there'll be people in your life, there'll be plenty of people in your life that either pull you or push you. And you gotta make a decision on in those moments, right? What do you need? There are gonna be people that pour into you. There's gonna be people that take away from you. They all have a purpose because they're growing you for what your spot is. They're positioning you. They're a part of the process, not the outcome. Your goal, your gift is the outcome. How do you refine it? How do you grow it? How do you mature it so that it blossoms wherever you go? It's not the job, it's you. You're the creator of your own moments. You have that gift that's been in you, and it occupies a spot. Put it that way, right? Like the gift that you have, the ability that you have, creates that spot wherever you go. And that's something like me and my dad talked about this morning. Right? It's like you have everything you need to succeed within you, not on the outside of you. Not it doesn't come from the people that you're around. You don't need to seek validation. You don't need that because you're good as you are. You're great right where you at. You should improve. You should refine. You should grow. But it's you, no one else. You have that gift. Let it shine. Shine that light every time you get. Don't bottle it up. And again, I'm not saying be disrespectful. I'm not saying be get yourself in trouble at work, right? No. Work on yourself as much as you work on your job. Because the better you become, the better your job becomes. You make the money for your job. If you're really, really good, your job's gonna reap the benefits of that. But you have to work on yourself. You have to work on your position. You have to work on who you are. You have to grow you, and your job will reap the benefits. No job is ever gonna tell a top salesman they don't want the sales. If you bringing in business, they always will love you. You stop bringing in business, it's a different thought process. But how do you continue to bring in business? It's not the people that you deal with, it's yourself. It's your moves, it's your attitude, it's your ability, it's your work ethic, all that matters. Not saying people gotta like you and love you. Yeah, that doesn't matter. They're gonna talk about you anyway. Try at least get good work out of it. Like that's been going through my mind probably last few weeks. Nothing mad, nothing terrible, nothing bad. It's just you get to the point where you want to reflect. You get to the point where you question a lot of things. Why is this and why is that? And the truth is, you gotta ask yourself how much you're putting in it. Are you putting in what you're supposed to? Is it or are you doing way too much, right, to get clout or validation? Because it's draining you. It's not worth it. Stick to the basics. Remember those who were with you from the beginning. Um, put your friends on. Always take care of your people. Because those are the ones that you're gonna lean on if everything comes crashing down. When reality and when life hits, which I always say life, when life hits, the people that was there from the beginning will never leave. The fame, the fortune, none of that matters. It doesn't. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. The growth and development matters because you'll continue to sit in different rooms. That gift that you have puts you in those rooms. It's not you. It's your gift. It's your ability, and you add your own spice to it with your work ethic and your daily growth and refining your gift that it can work in different rooms. That's the truth. That's honesty. You make your own way. You make your own success. You were given a gift at birth. Now it's up to you. Put your spot still there. Your position still there. Right? Your opportunity is still there. It didn't go anywhere. It's waiting on you. It's waiting on you to seize the opportunity. It's waiting on you to grow your gift. So when you walk in those rooms, they immediately know who you are by your work, not by who you are, but by what you've done and what you can do and what you're currently doing. Stay focused, stay determined, keep pushing. Do not let anything in this world deter you, because that's what the world does. It's going to knock you down. It's going to try to stop you because you have something in you. You matter. I love y'all. Keep fighting, keep pushing, keep moving forward. Y'all be blessed. And until next time.